Have you ever stared at a name on a phone screen and felt the whole world tilt on its axis? For me, that name was Mark, and the screen was my wife Jenna's phone, glowing in the 2 a.m. darkness of our Chicago bedroom. It wasn't the name that broke me, not at first. It was the message underneath. Last night was a dream. Can't wait for the conference next week. A cold dread, sharp and metallic, filled my mouth. Our life, the one I thought we were building in our Lincoln Park brownstone, wasn't just a light, was a performance. I was the only one in the audience who didn't know the script. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. For 10 years, I'd been the loyal, predictable husband. The one who remembered her favorite flowers were stargazer lilies. The one who worked 60-hour weeks at a downtown law firm to fund her boutique clothing addiction and her endless girls. Trips, I was the rock. Stable, boring, and while I was being a rock, she was out finding fire. The signs had been there, hiding in plain sight like clues in a mystery I was too naive to solve. The late-night client dinners that left her smelling of a cologne that wasn't mine. The credit card receipts from hotels on Rush Street dismissed as venue scouting for work events. She'd become distant, her laughter brittle, her touch a fleeting transactional thing. She'd look at me, but her eyes were a million miles away. The worst part was how she made me feel crazy for noticing. "You're being so paranoid, Alex," she'd say, her voice dripping with a manufactured pity that made my skin crawl. "Do you not trust me?" She was so good, so convincing, that I almost believed her. The villains always feel untouchable when they're writing the story. The breaking point came on a rainy Tuesday. I found a small, velvet-trapped box in the back of her closet, tucked inside a ski boot. It wasn't for me. Inside was a silver bracelet, engraved with the date of our anniversary. But the card with it read, "To my J, forever and always, M. Mark." The same Mark from the phone. My heart didn't just break, it detonated. I sat on the floor of our walk-in closet, surrounded by her designer dresses and rows of expensive shoes, and I just shattered. The man who left for work that morning died in that closet. The one who stood up was someone else entirely colder, sharper, a ghost with a purpose. My grief curdled into a quiet, calculated rage. I wasn't just going to leave her. I was going to dismantle her world, piece by fraudulent piece. I started gathering proof. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop who operated out of a dusty office in the Loop. He was worth every penny. He gave me photos Jenna and Mark kissing in a booth at a dimly lit jazz club, holding hands walking along the lakefront, checking into the Peninsula Hotel. He gave me everything. While she was planning her business conference in Miami, a week-long tryst with Mark High was planning my own event. I met with my lawyer, a shark I knew from my firm. We set the traps. I moved our joint savings into a trust account she couldn't touch. I documented every expensive gift, every luxury item I'd ever bought her. Preparing to argue against any claim for alimony based on her infidelity, the day she left for Miami, she kissed me goodbye at the door, a Judas kiss, if there ever was one. "I'll miss you so much," she lied, her eyes already sparkling with the thought of him. "I'll miss you too," I said. And the chilling part was, I meant it. I would miss the woman I thought she was. The moment her Uber turned the corner onto Clark Street, my operation began. I had 3 friends and a moving truck. We went into her closet, her sanctuary, her temple of materialism, and we packed everything. Every dress, every pair of heels, every handbag. We didn't throw it away. That would be too simple. We drove to 3 different women's shelters across Chicago and donated every last thread in her name. I left her with an empty closet and a single framed photo of me on the floor. Her first text came 3 days into her trip. "Alex, this is weird, but my credit card was just declined." I didn't respond. Then a call.
"Alex,
What the hell is going on?" "The hotel is saying the reservation was canceled." The real explosion happened when she came home. I was sitting in the living room reading a book when she stormed in, her face a mask of fury. "What did you do?" she screamed, her voice echoing in the suddenly cavernous house. "Where are all my things?" Just looked at her, my expression calm. "I gave them to people who would appreciate them," I said softly, "and the locks are being changed in an hour." Your divorce papers were filed this morning. They were delivered to your conference at the Peninsula Hotel. I believe a Mr. Mark signed for them." The color drained from her face. She saw the photos spread out on the coffee table. She saw the bank statements. She saw the empty, hollow space where her life used to be. There was no screaming, no fighting, just the sudden, crushing weight of total ruin. She was left with nothing but the clothes on her back and a reputation that was about to be incinerated among our social circle. The smug affair partner, Mark, a married man himself, was exposed and promptly thrown out by his own wife. Jenna was a pariah. See her sometimes, a ghost haunting the edges of my new life. She works as a waitress in a diner out in the suburbs. The designer glow long faded from her eyes. We never speak. There's nothing left to say. The loudest victories are often the quietest. The end.